Greetings, people of the internet. It is I again, Cardiacs, and I'm still doing the daily video challenge. This is. I'm not even gonna try to count on the spot, actually. I've been doing several videos every day, and this one's a bit late, but in my opinion, it still counts. Because my sleep schedule is kind of messed up anyway, so. I woke up late, and then I got started late, so. Regardless, I still have a video for you all. So this is inspired by the roleplay I've got going with a beautiful, wonderful friend of mine who I love very much. And my character, Severa, in the roleplay is pregnant at the moment, and I've been trying to figure out personality and physical traits for her child. So this is it's partially a character design, but mostly just because I thought it would be adorable to draw Severa in this kind of pose with a child. Because I kind of think that she always really wanted one. She just got too scared to really try and didn't think that she could have one, so she just kind of never really thought about it too much. Then out of the blue, she gets pregnant. And regardless, I like the look on her face, like the kind of dreamy, I can't believe this has kind of happened look. But recently on Instagram, I've seen some drawings of women interacting with their really small babies, and just they're so cute, and I love how those drawings are done. So it inspired me to want to draw my own characters with their own children because everybody's getting pregnant in the roleplay. Everybody. Regardless, I never draw babies. I never draw kids. It's always some like teenager to late 20s, I guess, that I usually draw characters. And I need to fix that. I need to start drawing the children and the babies and the men, because I don't draw men. It's usually teenager to late 20s of women, so that's something I need to work on. One day I will remember to do that. Quick question, does anybody else out there get like completely terrified at the thought of ever having a human child? Because forget about the money, the monetary aspect of it, because it's really expensive to have a child. But imagine also being fully responsible for another human being for 18 plus years. I don't know about you, but that's absolutely terrifying to me. I mean, I can barely keep myself alive. I mean, I have animals, yeah, but one of them passed away, so I'm constantly paranoid that the other two dogs I have are going to as well. So, having a child, I think, would be that plus a lot more, because human babies are a whole heck of a lot more fragile than dogs. You drop a dog, it whines and cries and maybe runs away from you. You drop a baby, it could die. So, yeah, and I'm kind of clumsy, so there's also that. And I'm an artist, so with the goal of not having to have a quote unquote day job, just trying to financially support a child is just, oh God, just absolutely terrifying. I feel like if I actually did find somebody who I didn't get tired of immediately, and who wanted a child, then maybe. I think that if I did have one, I'd probably opt to adopt rather than have one biologically, but I think my mom would prefer I have one biologically. But I don't. Like, if it happened, then great. But there are just so many kids in the world that don't have families, and that's just sad. So if I could, I would like to give a child that is not my own a parent, essentially. Just, no matter how I swing it, whether I have a child myself or adopt one, the thought of having a child to take care of is just so, it's just so much. Like, all of my feelings bubble up to the surface, and I have a moment of, like, how would I even make that work? I know no one's ever really ready to have a child, but I just could I actually make it work is what I'm always wondering whenever my thoughts turn to it. It's just, man. It's all possibly the fear is because I've not been around children much. I mean, I went to a school that was at least kindergarten through 12th grade. And it was, I was around little kids because they were in the same building, and I was there for 5 days a week up through middle school and high school. But whenever I saw them, I was always amazed. Like, I always thought that little kids were actually little, but they're actually not that small. The ones that were in elementary school were like 3 feet tall, and to me, that's not that small. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why I would expect like toddlers to be walking around in elementary school while I was in high school, but I don't know. Regardless, each section of the school had different hallways, so I didn't see them very often. But when I did see them, it was just like, how would I even interact with them if they started talking to me? And then and then I saw my brother, who started babysitting for somebody that he knows, interact with some children somewhat recently, and he did it so naturally. It was came so easy to him, and I mean, I don't even know how to talk to people. So how would I learn how to talk to kids? It feels like I could just talk to them like they're actual people, but if I don't know how to talk to adults, then how does that work out? How, just how? Oh boy. Uh, I just got on a tangent there. It's mildly related to the video, but I don't know. I'm just a mess of nerves and social anxiety, I guess. That's just how I've always been. I've always been the quiet, kind of shy type. Although if I'm around people that I trust and people that I've known and feel comfortable around, then I will be the silliest person that you will ever meet if I feel like it. But otherwise, I'm just silent and I keep to myself. Hmm. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to. The idea for this drawing is for them to be laying in a bed. So I kind of wanted to give the bed something, some kind of design, some kind of print. And I wasn't entirely sure what to go with, but since Severe is a vampire, I decided I'd just do little simple bat silhouettes. And of course, having to duplicate the little drawing I did so many times so it would look like a print, that felt very tedious. But of course, making a few little uh, drawings and then copying that makes it go a little faster. That doesn't change how tedious it is, though. Makes it a little more bearable. One thing I want to comment on is that I didn't entirely plan to do this. I kind of thought that maybe I had to go in somewhat in the beginning and color it with just blues. But yeah, I kind of like that idea at first, but I lost interest pretty quickly. But I did try to keep the color palette kind of unified. So the majority of the colors are all made in tones of blues and purples and reds. My bad. I meant reds and blues. So you of course get the purple from mixing blue and red. And I liked it in the end. It has a very soft, very calm feeling with a little bit of interest with the brightness of the purple in there a little bit. It's not exactly my favorite uh, illustration that I've done, but I do kind of like it. I could see myself redoing it one day. Another thing is I need to start drawing shirts with writing at least on them. So I've seen children wearing shirts that have like "I'm Big Trouble" or something like that on it, and I thought it would be cute if I wrote that on the child's shirt. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If not, I'm sorry. Click the links and you'll find other stuff, and you know the drill. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thanks. Bye.